Salut et bienvenue. In today's lesson, we will be talking about la négation. La négation. But what about this big word, negation? What do we want to say about it? In simple terms, we want to say, if in English we say I am, how do we say I'm not in French? If we say she is, how do we say she isn't in French? If we say they are, how do we say they aren't in French? That's what we're discussing today in simple terms. But we'll use this big term, la négation. That's what you call it. So, first things first. How do we do it? It's very simple. We have two words, whereas in English we have one word which is not. I'm not, she's not, everything's not. In French we have two words. We have ne and pas. Notice that the S in this pas is not pronounced at all. It's not pas, it's pas. So ne and pas. You place ne before the conjugated verb and pas after the conjugated verb. So ne before it and pas after it. But if the verb starts with a vowel or a silent H in French, you will not place the whole ne. You will just use an apostrophe or an apostrophe. An apostrophe. That's what you will use because of the sound. Ne has a vowel sound, and then if your verb starts with a vowel sound, the two vowel sounds don't go together in French. So you have to remove the vowel sound from the ne and then just join them together. So if it starts with a vowel or a silent H, do not use the full ne, use an apostrophe instead. Got it? Let's go. Now, in one of our previous lessons, we talked about être, one of the very important verbs in French. So let's use some of the conjugation there. So we say, je suis. Je suis. Now, in the negative, we would say, je ne suis pas. Too easy because the verb in je suis is suis. So we put ne before it, pas after it, and it's complete. Je ne suis pas. Tu es. Tu es, the verb is est. S starts with a vowel, so we're not going to use the full ne. We use an apostrophe. So it becomes tu n'es pas. Tu n'es pas. Let's take il est. Il est, the verb is est, starts with a vowel, so we're going to say il n'est pas. Il n'est pas. Nous sommes, the verb starts with a consonant, so we can place the full ne. So nous ne sommes pas. Nous ne sommes pas. Too easy. Vous êtes, the verb is être. It starts with a vowel, so we're going to use an apostrophe. Vous n'êtes pas. Vous n'êtes pas. And then we have ils sont. The verb is sont, starts with a consonant, so we use the full ne. Ne before the verb, pas after it. So we have ils ne sont pas. Ils ne sont pas. Now let's look at a few sentences here now. Imagine we have this sentence, je suis américain. And then we want to say, we want to put the sentence in the negative. So, je suis américain. Je suis américain. So we place ne. Je ne suis pas. Je ne suis pas américain. Let's take another sentence. Vous êtes mon ami. Vous êtes mon ami. We want to use a negative context there. So what do we say? Vous n'êtes pas mon ami. Vous n'êtes pas mon ami. You won't say vous ne êtes pas mon ami. No, no, no. You join them together. Vous n'êtes pas mon ami. Let's take another sentence. Ils sont ici. Ils sont ici. In a negative, Ils ne sont pas ici. Ils ne sont pas ici. You got it? Now let's have a look at avoir. J'ai. In the negative is je n'ai pas. Je n'ai pas. Because before when we conjugated je, when we conjugated j'ai, je had to lose its E because of the vowel sound. But now that we're bringing in the negative, so we bring back the E that was previously in je. So we have je n'ai pas. Tu n'as pas. Elle n'a pas. Il n'a pas. And then we have nous n'avons pas. Nous n'avons pas. Vous n'avez pas. Vous n'avez pas. And then finally we have ils n'ont pas. Ils n'ont pas. Remember, it's the same context. Ne before, pas after. If it starts with a vowel or a silent H, do not use the full ne, use an apostrophe, join the words. You got it right? Now, let's take a little test. Let's see how you go. There's something I need to mention before we go to the test. Sorry about that. When we have an indefinite article in the sentence and we want to put that sentence in the negative, that indefinite article changes to de, de. I'll give you an example. So, imagine we said, j'ai une table. J'ai une table. In the negative, we would say, je n'ai pas de table. Je n'ai pas de table. We won't say, je n'ai pas une table, because that une is an indefinite article. In the negative, it changes to de. So where you have an indefinite article, remember there were three of them. There's une, there's un, there's de. So in the negative, those three will change to de, de. But that only applies to verbs other than être. Verbs other than être. With être, you can use the negative whatever way you want. With definite, indefinite articles is up to you. But with all the other verbs, where you have an indefinite article, you have to replace it with de, de. Got it? Now, let's go to the test. First question. I need you to put these sentences into the negative. Elle a des chaussures. Elle a des chaussures. Are you ready? Now, if you said, elle n'a pas de chaussures, you would be correct. Elle n'a pas de chaussures. Because des chaussures, des is an indefinite article. In the negative, it must change to de. So, elle n'a pas de chaussures. Ils ont une table. Ils ont une table. Put it into the negative. Ils n'ont pas de table. Don't say ils n'ont pas une table, because it's in the negative. The indefinite article must change to de. So, ils n'ont pas de table. You got it? Another one. Je suis prêt. Je suis prêt. Je ne suis pas prêt. Je ne suis pas prêt. Is it difficult? I don't think it is. Or maybe not for me. Or maybe not for you too. Ne before the verb, pas after the verb. If the verb starts with a vowel, do not use the full ne, use n apostrophe instead. If you're using verbs other than être and you have an indefinite article, change that indefinite article to de. That's the rule. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification button so that if I upload a new video, you will be notified. Au revoir et à bientôt.